Hi guys, welcome back to Sip Happens. I'm Ishita.
I'm Aditi.
I'm Pranshi.
I hope you missed us because we did miss you. And it's 2026 and it's February, which means the time for overpriced roses, heart-shaped chocolates, which makes you question every relationship that you have ever been in. And therefore, we need to talk about it. So let's get in this episode with us.
So let's talk about how we actually feel about Valentine's Day, or like what we call it as the day of love.
The moment I hear the name, I don't know, somehow there's always a smirk on my face because I usually feel it's really overwhelming. I'm not saying like I believe in love, yes, but I don't believe in celebrating love just for like just one day of the year. And when I see everybody just following that trend, of going out on a dinner or doing something special for their partner, I feel that, most of the times it comes out of a societal pressure. And that's what I'm not okay with. And that's why I don't actually, believe in that or propagate this thing of, oh, we should celebrate Valentine's Day. And to be honest, I have never celebrated Valentine's Day. So my feelings are like, bleh.
Ati, what about you?
I don't know. I kind of hate it, because exactly I have not celebrated personally, so I don't know how it feels when you celebrate one. But yeah, like it's kind of same only that it's kind of a societal pressure and overwhelming, like seeing people enjoying and having fun. Yeah, nothing like. But it is also from a different POV. It's also good also because at least some days partners get to celebrate each other.
As for
No, as
me,
such.
I don't hate Valentine's Day. It's like I don't specifically like the pressure of performance that comes ki now that it's the Valentine's week, you have to prove yourself to be a good partner. And पूरे साल आप कुछ भी करो, but उस हफ्ते अगर आप कुछ नहीं करो, you'll be labeled as someone who is not like very much of a good person to मतलब ऐसे अच्छा आप अच्छे boyfriend girlfriend नहीं हो. But I'm not saying this with any experience, guys, because I'm single. So I especially
Right
don't
now.
like being single. I do not like the pressure that comes कि oh I'm single, I don't have anyone, तो वो वाली feeling की ठीक है. But कोई मेरे से पूछेगा भी तो I would still say no because I don't believe in that.
Yeah, I feel the same. Like if somebody asks me, that thing where people are like, oh, he or she asked me to be their Valentine, and I'll be like, I'll literally laugh on their face, like, what? Like, I don't know how to react to this particular day, honestly. I have no feelings around it. So it's not like if Valentine's Day is coming up, I'll be sad. Oh my God, nobody asked me to be their Valentine. Or if somebody does, I'll be happy. I'll be like on cloud in that, oh my God, somebody asked me. Because I'm like, I actually feel that this is shit. I know there's a lot of people who are not going to agree to it, but I get it. It's just my point of view that, just doing something for the sake of doing it doesn't make any sense. And then you just just saying that one day is to celebrate love is absolutely crap.
It's just like any
Point.
other day in your
Yeah,
life.
exactly. And if for
That is what
someone,
the single people say. So guys, let's deep dive about the history of Valentine's Day. And ironically, today we celebrate it as a romantic day. But if we go back in time, it was not at all about the romantic celebration. And the churches linked it loosely with a figure called as Saint Valentine, who was martyred, and then it symbolized love and sacrifice. And then later in the Middle Ages, poets like Chaucer and all, they used this as a symbol to quote love. And it's happening in the 19th and the 20th century that there is a mass production of toys, chocolates, flowers, and this day has turned into a profit making romantic holiday and a commercial event. So this is how it started and how it's going on.
yeah, in fact, I read somewhere, that it was in 1800 somewhere that in the UK and the US. So as we know that everything that starts with the West, and that's every other country just follows what the West propagates. It was in the 1840s somewhere that there was a woman in the US that who started making these fancy Valentine Day cards, and that is usually considered as the birth of the Valentine's Day as a consumer industry. And I think that these corporations have done an amazing job marketing wise, because they usually now in this today's era, what chocolates signify affection, jewelry signifies commitment, loyalty. So that is how they have set a narrative, and all of us are just following for it, whereas it's just a marketing strategy. I believe that's true. I believe in that.
True. So, seeing it from a sociological perspective, first thing, love itself, it is not just a feeling, it is something which is socially constructed. Society, it kind of teaches us that what romance looks like, what a good partner does, how they behave, how love should be expressed. In simpler terms, it's not about loving your partner only, it's also about performing love in a way that society approves. And we see that the social pressure around all throughout this week and everything is immense. Like sociological studies show that participation in Valentine's Day isn't like really optional for the people who are in relationships. Like it's become what Emile Durkheim, he's a sociologist, would call a social fact. And it is an external constraint that shapes individuals' behavior. You're not just choosing whether to celebrate. Basically, you're navigating social expectations and peer comparisons and the fear of being seen as uncommitted or unromantic.
So I agree with what you say, and I'll present another side of this Valentine's Day. I read it somewhere that Americans alone are projected to spend around $27 billion on like Valentine's Day. And if we see it from economic point of view, it is a classic case of manufactured demand. It's like कि कोई जरूरत नहीं है, but the companies still create an urgency and they somehow attach spending with emotional validation. So like we can say that this is the one day where like not spending is riskier than overspending.
Yeah,
Right.
you're right.
Like it is kind of engineered through advertising, social pressure, and dependence effect, like where production creates the want it seeks to satisfy.
Artificial demand बना देते हैं.
Yeah. And it's like a classic example of branding your emotions to materialistic pleasures. And also, it's a classic example of how the capitalist economies set a narrative by just, creating such holidays where you essentially need to buy stuff.
And there's so much price discrimination or surge in prices, like the exact same chocolate or roses would like cost 10 times more than what it usually costs, and the same restaurant meal goes up to like 40% from the market price, because companies know that they have trapped you in what a game theorists call a prisoner's dilemma. And so if nobody celebrates Valentine's Day commercially, so everyone would be fine. But if everyone else is buying gifts and you do not, and you're in a relationship, you kind of think that you look bad. So everyone here is incentivized to like participate, even though collectively we'd all be better off without the expense.
Yeah. I mean, also, I've just noticed of late that, every Valentine's Day, these fashion houses, brands just start a new limited edition of something. So like limited edition of shoes that have like hearts on them and all of that. And that makes me question that first, if somebody gets me those shoes that has hearts on them, how do hearts essentially on the shoes represent their love for me? But that is what is the illusion that's been created by these entire, marketing agencies and all of these brands that, they put some limited edition to things. And as humans, our brain is conditioned in a way that where we want those limited edition things. And, if a partner gets it, he would get it out of the FOMO that because everybody else is doing it, he needs to get it for us. So I feel the entire dynamics of what this day actually meant has changed so much over the years because of this, practice that's been prevalent.
True.
It's like people are doing things because of the pressure and the FOMO.
Yeah, and also because of Instagram.
Social media, how can we forget about it?
It's like agenda setting theory. Like the media, it does not tell us what to think, but what to think about. Like starting from January, media outlets, they are flooded with Valentine's content and gift guide, date ideas, relationship advice ho gaya, and all centered to like on 14th Feb. So this create what is called as manufactured consensus. Jisme they create an illusion that everyone naturally thinks that this day is important.
Yeah.
But also there's another side to this thing. Like you see these reels and posts where mostly girls post ki, oh my guy got me flowers, oh my guy got me reservations at this restaurant. There are people actually who do this throughout the year and they don't post about it. So someone is doing a bare minimum thing for you, and then you are hyping it up so much, and then you're setting the bare minimum thing as a princess treatment. Like I have seen people who give me flowers. Like I have met people out of no occasion, they bring flowers for me. So it's not only your boyfriend has to do these things, it's like he's doing it for you, and you're like hyping it up so much on social media, which makes no sense for me. If he's doing it for you, cool, but you are raising the expectations of many people.
I think so when people do this on social media, it is kind of performative intimacy, like basically they're not doing it for their partners, or it's not something which exists between their partners, but it is for the audience to consume, that
between them and
okay,
their audience.
Yeah.
I have received flowers.
And also, a lot of times, a lot of people would get it, but they essentially wouldn't post it on social media. For example, if I
Yeah.
do get flowers on Valentine's Day, I wouldn't post it on social media. Doesn't mean that I do not have a happy life. I do not have any love in my life and all of that. But that pressure of just showing it to the world is really problematic. And also, I think about it because if we, see it in a way how Valentine's Day is preached, it's the day of love, romance, and all of that. But that exists both ways, yeah. So that exists both female, male, or whatever, however a person identifies. So, I mean, why is this pressure on men to ask a woman to be their Valentines? That is again a
Yeah.
false narrative that has been set. And that is what, as a girl, because I have seen that, I still believe in that a guy is supposed to ask me to be the Valentine, which should not be the case because love does not mean that it is only associated with one gender and the other gender has to do all the acts of love for the other person. But the false narratives are prevalent like in every small thing when we see it in that way.
So guys, how has been your past experience as a Valentine's Day pet?
Mine, I never celebrated Valentine's Day, to be honest, because every time this Valentine's week used to just pop up, my parents were extra cautious because the thing is, they thought that I have so many people who would celebrate Valentine's Day with me that I was specifically not allowed to step out on Valentine's Day. I don't know what's the reason behind that because they thought, oh my God, I have a boyfriend or something. But they never knew that I do not believe in Valentine's Day. I myself wouldn't step out. But yeah, that is the only thing that I've ever done in my Valentine's Day. Like nothing, absolutely nothing.
Like
Aditi?
for me, it has been very normal. Like even when I was dating, like I have only received chocolates on chocolate day and maybe flowers, not celebrated Valentine's Day per se. And uske alawa to I think so I have gone out with my female friends like for
Yeah.
dinner or something or celebrated with them, not with men. But yeah, I love receiving flowers and chocolates. तो अगर किसी को भेजना हो तो भेज देना guys.
I will send
मैं
you.
address बता दूंगी. Yeah.
Please
Thank
mention
you.
your favorite flowers.
No, anything would work. It's not anything in particular. And chocolates अगर भेजना हो तो dark chocolate. Like I love dark
Guys,
chocolate.
मेरे लिए it's white lilies. अगर if anyone is taking notes तो. बाकी यार मेरे साथ भी same. I've received once I received flowers and chocolates. बस यही है. But I've gone on more romantic dates with my female friends than boys in my life. ये ऐसे ही है.
I know, and I think for some reason, on days like Valentine's Day, even if I'm dating someone, सुबह से ही मेरा मूड खराब रहता है. I don't know why. I don't have an answer to that. तो फिर इसलिए भी I don't celebrate Valentine. It's not because the other person does something, but I don't know what's the reason. So it's not like we are saying that you should not celebrate Valentine's Day. Of course, you should celebrate Valentine's Day. If you believe in that, go for it. But the only motive for this episode is that you should not be too harsh on yourself or on your relationship and should not come under that pressure of doing something just because everybody else is doing it.
True.
Yeah, so we
It
can
should come from pure
conclude it.
intention of love, like not because just to show it, like yeah, I have done this.
So we can conclude it by saying that Valentine's Day per se is not bad, but what is wrong is how love starts feeling more like a performance or a financial investment या फिर एक किसी person का personality trait, which should not happen. If you are in love, great. If you are single, better. And if you are still confused, कोई नहीं यार होता है. And all I would like to say is feel what you feel, celebrate how you want to celebrate. Just don't let capitalism define your self-worth and save your money. That is my personal opinion.
And if you like something so much, you want something limited edition, buy it on
Get it for yourself.
Get it for yourself and not in this period because बाकी time पे वो सस्ता होता है. So don't waste money. Don't be hard on your bank balance, please.
This is some elder sister advice we are giving to the people.
Yeah, smart, wise. Okay, guys, with this we conclude our today's episode. Happy Valentine's Day in advance.
Lots of love.
Lots of love. Bye bye.
Spread love, guys. Spread love. Spread kindness. Bye.